Yo, Firehouse, what's up? It's your boy Daniel. Look, I really wanted to get on here, man, and speak to you guys really quick. Welcome you guys before we get started with Phil. But look, man, I want to encourage you guys to continue to hop on the Zoom calls. But man, I've been walking around the church, just kind of thinking about you guys and missing you guys and missing being in service and having icebreakers with you guys. Look, man, it's been a lot of fun we've had over the past few years, and we're going to be back together soon. But until that day comes, this is how we're going to do it. I want to encourage you guys to keep hopping on the Firehouse Live, keep hopping in the comments, subscribing and sharing. We appreciate you guys' involvement in this thing. And look, last week we talked about love and hate, and how to be a better person, how to change that hate that we had to love, and how to ultimately grow all our friendships, grow all our relationships through love and not hate. All right, and now we're in the second week, and so we're gonna watch this short video, and then we're gonna get right into the message. All right.
Everybody, Phil Galindo here, and we are in week number 2 in our series, so let's dive right in. Have you ever felt thankful that one of your friends gave you a heads up, even if it was an awkward moment? For example, yo, you got food in your teeth, or yo, your fly's down. You have ketchup on your forehead. Now, really, I don't know why you would have ketchup on your forehead, or how that even happened, but anyway, that's besides the point. The person you're talking about is right behind you, like right there. We've all had these moments, right? No one likes hearing that they have food on their shirt or they got toilet paper stuck to their shoe. But when someone cares enough about us to look out for us and save us from future embarrassment, man, we are definitely grateful for those types of people. For example, right, it was one day I went to school and I was in a rush and I just rushed out the house, put on shoes and got there and people are laughing at me. I'm like, what's going on? And my dude's like, yo, you got 2 different shoes on. So how embarrassing is that, right? So have you ever felt like you should really, say something to someone else, but you weren't sure how to go about it or what to even say? Right? Speaking up in situations like these are beyond difficult, right? Talking to a friend, about a relationship that you don't think is so good for them, that's really hard. Or confronting someone about a decision or even decisions that they are making that are affecting them isn't an easy conversation to have. Speaking up about someone that is going to get them in trouble. All of these are difficult conversations. So what do? We usually avoid those conversations altogether, right? But why? Maybe we don't want to ruin a friendship, or that person is going to get mad at you. Or maybe we're doing or have done the same things in the past, so we feel like I'm not going to say anything because I've been there, done that. I'm just going to mind my own business, right? Or maybe we don't think the other person will even listen to us. Or maybe we just don't know what to say or even how to say it. For some of you, the situation is completely opposite. You have absolutely no problem telling people exactly what you see. You're not shy about speaking up at all. The problem with that, though, is that you may not always be speaking up in a way that causes people to want to listen to you. What if we could learn a way or learn an approach and approach these different conversations? Here's the thing, nobody wants to be known as a hater. So when it comes to being a friend who looks out for someone else, how do we make sure that we handle these situations the right way? All right, so last week we talked about how we should be all about love. Who doesn't want to have a reputation or be known as a person who loves other people? No matter how tough we want to appear or how trending hating on others is, we all know it's better to be known for loving others. And Paul actually talked about this very thing in a letter to a church in the region called Galatia, where modern day Turkey is now. Paul gave insight on this very topic. He says this: "Dear brothers and sisters, if any believer is overcome by some sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. And be careful not to fall into the same temptation yourself." You see, in other words, he's saying you and I should actually go further than just saying something in a conversation. We should help someone get them to the best place they can be, on the right track, because God said it best. At this point, according to Paul, with humility and gentleness, you and I can help people who are struggling with making poor choices or poor decisions get back on the right path. Look, it says this: "Share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the laws of Christ." Paul cared deeply about the people of Galatia, which is why he wrote the letter and what he said. He knew that the most loving thing to do isn't always the easiest thing to do, but we owe it to each other to speak up. Because in other words, Jesus' followers must do more than just speak up and point out what's wrong. See, being kind, helpful, and encouraging shows people that we want to help them out with love. You see, hard conversations aren't easy, but avoiding a hard conversation isn't loving either. Am I showing love in how I'm treating this person today? So how do we apply this? Well, if you're going to choose to be known for your love for others, then when it comes to what you say and how you help others, remember this one thing: let love be your filter. Let love be your filter. You already know how filters work. We choose filters on Snapchat, on Instagram, and no matter where you look, it changes what you see. The same is true if you choose love as your filter. When we help someone make a different choice than they have been making, we do it even when it makes us feel totally awkward in the moment. So what exactly should a filter of love be applied to? Here's a few ideas. Let love be your filter in your involvement. Do I need to be a part of this? Let love be your filter for your words. Do I need to say this? Let love be the filter for your actions and your reactions. Wow. And let's let love be our filter. We wind up sharing the burdens of those that we truly care for and love. So imagine what our friendships and our families would look like and the difference it would make if there were more people filtering their involvement, their words, and their actions through the filter of love. We should say hard things to one another, not out of judgment or even hate, but out of love. We would help keep them from regrets, from mistakes, unnecessary heartbreaks, or even negative consequences. A filter of love might just change the direction of someone's life for the better, and it would change it forever. So let's be people who let love be our filter so that we can help those who are headed down the right path, to bring them back and put them in the right direction that is best for their lives.